Good evening. It's good to see you all here for our last night at the Garter for the season. Pretty sure we're going to be back. I forgot to look and see what number hoot this was. Is it like 1,400 and something? 1409. That's a lot of hoots. That's a lot of Monday nights. It's a lot of fun. All right, so as is our tradition, when he's here, he usually starts our night off for us. He's gathering up his auto harp, which I saw him tuning. That takes a lot of time to tune all those strings. We're going to have Bill Briggs start us off tonight. Please welcome Mr. Bill Briggs.
Well, we have a small crowd here tonight. So far, I kind of figured being the last night would be pretty popular. How are you all doing? All right. Doing an old song. I first performed this back in '54. Down in the valley so low, I will head over and hear the wind blow. Hear the wind blow, love, hear the wind blow. Sunshine, the violets love you. Angels in heaven, they know I love you. Write me a letter and send it by mail. Send it in care of the Birmingham jail. Birmingham jail, love, Birmingham jail. Send it in care. Birmingham jail. Write me a letter, send it by mail. Send it in care of the Birmingham jail. Ooh-dee-dee, oh-doo-dee, oh. just love whom you please. Wrap your arms round me and give my heart ease. Oh, give my heart ease, love. Give my heart ease. Throw your arms round me and give my heart ease. And build me a castle 40 feet high, so I can see your heart right to right by. Without it to know, hang your head over and hear the wind blow. Woo-dee-dee-oh-doo-dee-oh, dee-dee-oh-doo. Woo-dee-dee-oh-doo-dee-oh, dee-dee-oh-doo. Thank you.
One of my favorites that Bill does, got to have some yodeling, start the night off. I do want to take a moment to thank a couple of the guys that made sure we sounded good every week here. Rob Seidel and Mark Engel. Thank you, Rob and Mark, for setting up the sound and making sure we all sound really good. It takes a certain talent to do that, which I do not have. So it's nice to have these guys help us out. And Noel will be taking over those duties when we go out to Dornan. So, and so not only can he do sound as well, he can sing and play really well. Please welcome Noel Trask.
Are you saying I don't do sound that well? Is that what the point was? Yeah, hats are indicated today. So, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but Jenny and Sally, you did a couple Casey Musgraves tunes. So that reminded me of this song, which is Casey Musgraves, Rainbow. When it rains, it pours, but you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. Well, the sky is finally open. The rain and wind stops blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, orange, and green, and at least a million others. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. 'Cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is all right now, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be all right. Thank you. And now I would like to invite up here, well, he invited himself, didn't he? Rob and Mark. So that we'll see, you got all the sound people up here and see what we sound like.
We are the sound men.
The sound. You can't make me laugh, come on. All right, this is not in the key of that, so. This is Make You Feel My Love, which Adele popularized, but Bob Dylan wrote because he wrote every song that was ever actually written. So, here we go, and we'll start with that little thing. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear, there is no one there to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free, You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There is nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. That was fun.
That was so sweet. Very nice, guys. Noel Trask, along with Rob and Mark. All right, up next, this woman has the coolest pants of the night. Just gonna say that. And besides that, she does some wonderful jazzy cowgirl stuff, and then she's probably not gonna do that because I'm always wrong. But whatever she does, it's always great. Please welcome Lily Robert.
So sweet. So great. What a great group. Wow. That was such a beautiful song. Incredible. I'm going to take this up a little. This is a song that is based on a true story in my life. I wrote this song, and I will let the words tell the story for you. It's called The Scat Yodel. Original. From the Western Music Awards, the cowboys and cowgirls climbed the bus as the drivers shouted, "All aboard!" How was I to know that the status quo would be changing for me right inside? I sat in front of the Queen of Yodel, her name, Janet McBride. I said, oh, Miss Janet, I wish I could yodel like you. She said, oh, honey, all you have to do is sing I-E-I-E-I-O, I-E-I-E-I-O. It's really very simple, don't you know? Well, I confess to Miss Janet, all I'd ever learned to do was my scat singing, cowgirl jazz, ba-da-doo-ba-da-da-doo. She said, why don't you combine them and create something brand new? And I found my scat singing yodel, yodel-yodel-lay-doo. Oh, do the scat yodel, yodel-lay, yodel-yodel-lay-doo. Ba-da-do-ya, do-ya, ba-da-do-ya, ba-da-da-do-ya, ba-da-da-do. Oh, do the scat yodel, yodel-lay, yodel-yodel-lay-doo. Ba-da-do-ya, do-ya, ba-da-da-ba-da-dee. Well, now my scat yodel is on the page, and it works very well for me. You sing a yodel-yodel-lay, ba-da-da-lay, ba-da-da-do-ya-da-do-ya-da-day. It's contagious, ba-da-da-lay, and outrageous, ba-da-da-do-be. Life can change when you find the range of a bigger point of view. Oh, you do the scat yodel, yodel-lay, I'm going to invite the, not the wrecking crew, the sound crew. We're going to come on up and they're going to help me out for an old standard. Let's all adjust the, yeah, you'll probably have to adjust that. And we're going to do an old Patsy Cline too, and I'll get out of the way when your solo is. I am so honored to have Mark and Rob up here with me. They're two of the best. Yay! We're gonna go walking after midnight. Oh yeah. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight. Oh yeah, I go out walking after midnight, searching for you. Oh yeah, I walk for miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I go out walking after midnight, searching for you. Oh, baby, I stopped to see the weeping willow crying on my pillow. Baby, he's crying for me. And the night turns gloomy, night winds whisper to me. I'm lonesome as I could be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you might be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. Oh, let's go a little walking, Mark. Walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, and just hoping you might be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. I think we have time to do the bridge one more. Oh, I'd like to see the weeping willow crying on my pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the night turns gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I could be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you might be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. Little time, I go out walking after midnight, searching for you. Woo! Thank you, Rob and Mark. Thank you. Thank all of you. See you at Dornan's next week.
Yeah, that was Lily. I wonder if I had cool pants like that, if I could sing like that. Lily Robert. All right, up next we have David also known as Tune Shucker. He's going to shuck it on the ukulele.
I left my Western wear in my other suit. Back on the ranch, dressing ranch. Guess what we make there? Trouble. All right.
Yeah, why not? Let's try it.
I'm just a scarecrow without you. Baby, please don't disappear. I beg your pardon, dear. I've got a bottle for a trumpet, a hat box for a drum. I beg your pardon, dear. I got upset, I lost my head. I didn't mean those things that I said. You are the landscape of my dreams. Darling, I beg your pardon. I'll give you a boardwalk in Park Place and all of my hotels. I beg your pardon, dear. Please don't go back to St. Louis. Can't you tell that I'm sincere? I beg your pardon, dear. I got upset, I lost my head. I didn't mean those things that I said. You are the landscape of my dreams. Darling, I beg your pardon. Sad songs make me laugh. That's great. All right. Strange days have found us. Strange days have tracked us down. They're going to
destroy our casual joy. We shall go on playing or find a new town.
Strange eyes fill strange rooms. Voices signal the tired end. The hostess is grinning. Her guests sleep from sinning. Hear me talk of sin, and you know this is it. Strange days have found us, and with their strange hours we linger alone, y'all. The hostess is grinning. Her guests sleep from sinning. Hear me talk of sin, and you know this is it. Something like that. Anyway, thanks, I'm Tune Chucker.
Tune Chucker. David, also known as David. Some great songs. All right, up next we have a guy. He used to play a lot for the Hoot, and then he got busy, but he's a board member of Tumbleweed Creative Arts, and I do want to say how much we appreciate being here for the past 4 weeks. This is a lovely place, and anytime you have a chance to support what goes on here, please do, because we don't want to lose this theater. It's a special place. And with that, I want you to give a very warm welcome to Pat Chadwick.
Thank you, Jenny, so much. Thank you all for being here on behalf of Tumbleweed. When I first moved to town, played the Hoot a bunch, and it was really instrumental to meeting other local musicians to play with. So thank you for everyone that's been a part of it for so long. It's a perfect fit to have it here, and so I hope we have many more into the fall. I'm going to play a song by the Kinks. This is a song about tax evasion in the summer. It's called Sunny Afternoon. Well, the tax man's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home, lazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht, he's taken everything I've got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me. Oh, I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. Well, my girlfriend's run off with my car and went home to her ma and pa, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty. Now I'm sitting here, sipping at my high school beer. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Help me, help me, help me sail away. Or give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. Oh, I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me. Oh, I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime.
Thank you. Gonna invite Mark Engel of the Soundmen back up on stage. And Henry and the Moguls are playing at the Wart on Friday night. You should check them out. They're awesome. This is a song I wrote 13 years ago. It's about being in a beautiful place and not being able to appreciate it because you wish you were there with someone else. I've learned to since appreciate solitude, but at the time, this was about not being able to really enjoy the moment. It's called Nothing Is Quite Beautiful.
The air is still tonight. The mountains shed their skin. Their luminescent lust should break the state I'm in. But I can't help it, my restless heart again. Until you're here, I guess I'll drink and laugh with friends. The city swells its hope, the walls pose with delight. The 20-something crowd, they tune their strings real nice. They may find mystery, they may find Mr. Right, but I'm staring blankly at their blinking light. Until you're here, I guess I'll raise my cup and spout off old cliches. Sort of beheading now in somewhat seize the day. But in the morning when I sober up, stop lying on the phone, tell you nothing is quite beautiful alone. And I've seen wolves and elk in paintbrush on this range, and I've seen the marquees glow reflected in the rain. But when I think of you, my canvas, it is blank. So come and find me, dear, before I go insane. Until you're here, I guess I'll raise my cup and spout off old cliches. Sort of beheading now and somewhat seize the day. But in the morning when I sober up, stop lying on the phone, tell you nothing is quite beautiful. Nothing is quite beautiful. Nothing is quite beautiful alone. Thank you.
Well, we've really missed Pat. That was great. Pat Chadwick with Mark Engel. All right, up next we have he's a local, like he's lived here all his life, basically. In the summertime, he plays at the Bentwood Inn for the guests there. You can't just show up, sadly, but maybe if you talk to Matt, he can get you in sometime because it's a great evening out there. Please welcome Matt Montaigne.
Unfortunately, I need this cheater here. Thank you for coming to the Hootenanny, everybody. And thanks, Tumbleweed, for letting us have it here. And we'll be back out at Dornan's next week. Huh. Seems like there's some fit on there. Okay. The National Museum of Wildlife Art is having its Plein Air Fest this weekend, Friday and Saturday. If you're interested in watching painters go at it and finish up their pieces, go up to the sculpture trail, and there'll be about 50 artists spread out on the sculpture trail finishing their work, and then they'll be gathered up for a silent auction. There's food and music. Come on out anytime after 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. So I always like to do a song related to art, related to painting, and especially because I have two friends from Maui, Jan and Danny, who are here. And we paint together in Maui. They're painting here, and Jan will be in the show this weekend, and have a friend, Jack Hamilton, who's watching from Maui right now. So hi to Maui artist friends. Charlie Russell was one of the greatest painters ever, and he really helped bring the West to the world, really. He lived in Montana, Great Falls, and he and Tyson wrote a beautiful song about Charlie called The Gift. But a little short story before that, my wife Judy's sister-in-law's great-great-grandfather was a friend of Charlie Russell's, a drinking buddy. And when they were drinking, Charlie would do a little napkin drawing and send it home as a peace offering to his wife. And she got so upset about them being out drinking that she tore them up and threw them away. True story. This is called The Gift by Ian Tyson. In old St. Louis, over in Missouri, mighty Mississippi, while she rolls and flows, the son was born to Mary Russell. That starts the legend every cowboy knows. Young kid Russell was born to wander ever westward. He longed to roam. Just a kid of 16 in 1880, in wild Montana, he found his home. God made Montana for the wild man, for the pagan and the Sioux and Crow. His greatest gift for Charlie, gotta get it all down. Charlie, before she goes, gotta get it all down, for she's bound to go. God hung the stars over Judith Basin. God put the magic in young Charlie's hands, and all was seen and all remembered, every shining mountain, every landlord ran. You could paint the light on horsehide shining, great passing herds of the buffalo, and a cow camp cove on a rainy morning, every twist and wrist of the hula and throw. God made Montana for the wild man, for the pagan and the Sioux and Crow. He saved his greatest gift for Charlie, gotta get it all down. Charlie, before she goes, gotta get it all down, 'cause she's bound to go. When the Lord called Charlie up to home up yonder, he said, Kid Russell, I got a job for you. You're in charge of sunsets up in old Montana, 'cause I can't paint them quite as well as you. And when you're done, go out and have a few. And Nancy Russell, make sure it's just two. God made Montana for the wild man, for the pagan and the Sioux and Crow. He saved his greatest gift for Charlie, gotta get it all down. Charlie, before she goes, gotta get it all down, 'cause she's bound to go. Gotta get it all down, Charlie, before she goes. Thank you. I really like that song. Can you imagine Ian Tyson singing that with his deep, booming voice? Another one of my favorite songs. Let's see, we're going to have part of the sound crew here and part of the Dobo crew. We have a little bit of everybody. Rob and Doug and Clint are going to join me, and we're going to do Yellowstone Winds. This is Bill Staines' song. This is another one I like to do this time of the year. I'm out in front of painting the Tetons and looking up there, and oh my gosh, it's incredible. So I need to do a capo up here. Hey. Got it? Ready to go? There's a star that's shining bright on the Teton Range tonight. There's a lonesome cloud that's flying out across the moon. There's a country song so sweet that reaches to the street through the hoots and hollers of an old run-down saloon. Yellowstone winds, well, they're calling me back again. Come here to me, my friend, they whisper to my soul. Piney smoke in the frosty air, cattle grazing all around you there. Snowfields on the mountain fair lie silent in the cold. I can feel the morning sun and see that old Snake River run, and remember all the legends and the tales. Old Hoback's in my dreams as he wanders up his streams and stops to stand a mark beside the trail. Yellowstone winds, well, they're calling me back again. Come here to me, my friend, they whisper to my soul. Piney smoke in the frosty air, cattle grazing all around you there. Snowfields on the mountain fair lie silent in the cold. There's a young coyote that calls from the steep high country walls as she ranges in the shadows and the trees. And with her cunning and her care, prospecting in the air, she searches for a scent upon the breeze. Yellowstone winds, well, they're calling me back again. Come here to me, my friend, they whisper to my soul. Piney smoke in the frosty air, cattle grazing all around you there. Snowfields on the mountains fair lie silent in the cold. There's a star that's shining bright on the Teton Range tonight. There's a lonesome cloud that's flying out across the moon. There's a country song so sweet that reaches to the street through the hoots and hollers of an old run-down saloon. Join in. Yellowstone winds, well, they're calling me back again. Come here to me, my friend, they whisper to my soul. Piney smoke in the frosty air, cattle grazing all around you there. Snowfields on the mountain fair lie silent in the cold. Hey, good job, Doug. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. Clint. Thank you, Clint. Thank you. Thank you very much. If anybody needs the little lights here, let me know. Otherwise, I'll bug off.
That was Matt Montaigne and his crew. That's the best part of the hoot, is people getting together and putting together a little band on just on the spur of the moment. It's the beauty of the hoot. And we have another beautiful part of the hoot. This man is just a master on the guitar. And the hoot would not be what it is without Byron Dominguez.
Thank you, Jenny. And it would not be the same without Jenny. She does so much for us. Yes, Jenny. My brother has been after me for years to write a song and to write a story of Jenny Lee. And I've always been kind of, it's a tragedy, you know, it's Shakespearean. It's tragedy. Anyway, while it's a tragedy, the most beautiful lake, arguably, in the world has her name on it, Jenny Lake. So I wrote this song for that, and I play up at Jenny Lake Lodge, and so I always start the evening with this one, Jenny Lee. And she was a Shoshone girl. That's why it has this beat. Jenny, you know, Richard Lee was an Englishman, and that was his Shoshone wife. She was very young. They had several children, and Dick was just a very caring person who gave and helped people. That's what he did. That was just who he was. And somebody was very sick, a white person, and they came, and so they brought them in, took care of them, and got them well, and then that person went on about their journey. And unfortunately, then the children started getting sick, and then finally, and they all died, and then Jenny died, leaving Dick, by himself. He later married again, and if you look for a picture of Dick Lee, you'll find him with an Indian family. That was his second family. That wasn't Jenny. Anyway, so the story of Jenny Lee is scary. But they camped out under the Tetons near Jenny Lake. And so that's my opening thing for every night. Now, something on the other side of the fence. This is a bright song. This it sounds kind of Caribbean, and it sounds it sounds like a lot of things. Anyway, it's from Costa Rica.
Well, that was kind of okay, wasn't it? I mean, what that man can do with that axe is just amazing. Thank you, Byron. And now we have, I don't know, she's one of the bards of Jackson. And yeah, from the sublime to the, although, yeah, I mean, sometimes she can be like super serious. So, you know, so we'll see what she has in store for us this evening. It's, please welcome Adrienne Ward.
Other side. Well, you've just heard the best guitarist in Wyoming. And you're about to hear someone who is suitable to play guitar in her friend's kitchen while our friends make Thanksgiving dinner. She appreciated it, and I appreciated the dinner. This is a British pub song. It has a chorus which you'll easily pick up. I'll sing the chorus first, I think. Boozing, boozing, just you and I. Boozing, boozing when we are dry. Some do it openly, some on the sly. But we all are jolly well boozing. And what are the joys of a single young man? Boozing, jolly well boozing. And what is he doing whenever he can? Boozing, jolly well boozing. You may think I'm wrong, you may think I'm right. I'm not here to argue, I know you can fight. But what do you think we are doing tonight? Boozing, jolly well boozing. Boozing, boozing, just you and I. Boozing, boozing when we are dry. Some do it openly, some on the sly. But we all are body well bluesing. Yeah. And what are the joys of a poor married man? Boozing, jolly well boozing. And what is he doing whenever he can? Boozing, jolly well boozing. Comes home at night, he gives his wife all, does all the shopping, makes many a call. But what brings him home hanging off of the wall? Boozing, jolly well boozing. Boozing, boozing, just you and I. Boozing, boozing when we are dry. Some do it openly, some on the sly. But we all are bloody well boozing. And what does the moral majority run down? Boozing, jolly well boozing. Are they banning in every town? Boozing, jolly well boozing. They get on TV, they yell and they shout about things they know nothing about. But what are they doing when the lights are turned out? Boozing, boozing, jolly well boozing. Boozing, boozing, just you and I. Boozing, boozing when we are dry. Some do it openly, some on the sly, but we all are bloody well boozing. Thank you. This other song, I probably stole the tune from somewhere, but I made 2 sets of verses. And the first set was about climbing and skiing and camping and all that stuff one used to do. The other one, whole set of verses, is about growing up long before most of you were born. Has a chorus which some of you will remember. It refers to how old some people are. Back in the old days, the days of the dinosaur, back in the days of the long, long ago. That's the chorus. When I was a young girl, Dad bought a TV set. We watched Little Rascals in all shades of gray, Cronkite and Rawhide, Sullivan and Sundays, tobacco commercials much worse than today. It was back in the old days, days of the dinosaur, back in the days of the long, long ago. And when I was a young girl, I loved to hear music. I turned it up loudly, the better to play. Beatles and Elvis, the old Kingston trio. Dad yelled, "Shut that off, or you're grounded," I say. It was back in the old days, the days of the dinosaur, back in the days of the long, long ago. And when I was a young girl, I bought me a new car, begged and I borrowed the money to pay. A 58 Beetle with 36 horses, 20 times cheaper than my car today. That was back in the old days, the days of the dinosaur, back in the days of the long, long ago. And when I was a young girl, I programmed computers, a graduate student, a slave for no pay. On punch cards, trash 80s, then Wangs and 360s, keyed it all in and it crashed straight away. It was back in the old days, days of the dinosaur, back in the days of the long, long ago. Oh, I do not envy your modern advances. I do not wish I was 20 today. I earned a good living, climbed most of my mountains, and I'm still around, so I guess I'm okay. Thank you.
You are definitely okay, Adrian. Thank you very much. Okay, now, next performer usually comes up with about 50 appendages singing with him. I like to call him Clint in the appendages, but it looks like it's just him and 2 guitars, one of which is mine, so I'm curious what's about to happen. Be careful with that. Oh, okay, it looks like someone else is going to play it, or what? Anyway.
explain it.
He said he would explain later. Okay, Clint Sweat, and looks like Tasha's going to be helping.
I think one might just be the problem.
Oh, and Rob.
And Rob. I'm gonna put this here, don't step on it.
Okay, you want me to hold it, and then I'll bring it
Okay,
up.
this is Adrian.
Yeah.
Hold that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can send it. You take that. I'll take it. Thank you. I have, Rob and Tasha sometimes come up and bail me out in the middle of a song, but I have never asked, I've asked Rob to play, I've never asked Tasha to play because I'm always intimidated. She doesn't bite.
I'm excellent at doing the hoot sneak when I know the song.
Oh, okay. Like I won't ask her to dance at the work because I'm intimidated. Anyway, she's such a good dancer. Anyway, going to do, but I had one gin and tonic, so I'm kind of ready to roll now.
All right.
Lord, I'm going uptown to the Harlem River to drown. Dirty water's gonna cover me over. I'm not gonna make a sound. I'm on a roll, mama, I gotta go. Get there while I still can. Troubled days are behind me now. I know they're gonna let me in. If you see me walking up the empty yard, singing and clapping my hands, tell my mama I love her, tell my daddy I tried, give my money to my baby to spend. Lord, I'm going uptown to the Harlem River to drown. Dirty water's gonna cover me over. I'm not gonna make a sound. Good times come and they go. Even a good man'll break. He'll let his troubles bury him whole, even though he knows what's at stake. So I'm taking no chances, carrying over while I'm still in his grace. I'm no fool, mama, I know the difference being tempted and choosing my fate. Lord, I'm going uptown to the Harlem River to drown. Dirty water's gonna cover me over. I'm not gonna make a sound. Lord, I'm going uptown to the Harlem River to drown. Dirty water's gonna cover me over. I'm not gonna make a sound.
Thank you. And that was no rehearsal. I probably will need the guitar mic. I hope. Okay, that should work. I have two guitars because this one is tuned really differently to make the song easier to play. Not that it's easy to play, but I'm going to do the best I can. Let's see. Oh, there. She broke down and let me in. Knowing just where I've been. Been down one time, been down two times. Never going back again. Where were you? You don't know what it means to win. So come round and see me again.
down one time, been down two times, never come back again. I'm sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Been down one time, been down two times, never going back again.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you. That's about 10 times harder when you're playing it in front of more than one person. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Clint. Always love Fleetwood Mac. And now she left, but she's coming back. And that would be Tasha and Rob. Please welcome Tasha and Rob.
Mark Engel and Mando Ben, join us on second song, please, and thank you. You'll know what it is when you come up here. Keeps them on their toes, that's what Laura said last week. 8 years old with a flour sack cape tied all around his neck. He climbed up on the garage, figuring what the heck. He screwed his courage up so tight, the whole thing came unwound. He got a running start, bless his heart, he headed for the ground. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. Now he's all grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of piss and vinegar, he's busting at the seams. So he licked his finger and he checked the wind. It was gonna be do or die. Oh, he wasn't scared of nothing, boys. He was pretty sure he could fly. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. Now he's old and gray with a flour sack cape tied all around his head. He's still jumping off the garage and will be till he's dead. All these years, people said he's acting like a kid. He did not know he could not fly, so he did. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. Spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. All right. Oh. No, that's not what I'm typing. Okay. The cape will always be my Dan Thomas song, by the way. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. His head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. Had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There are voices down the corridor. Thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here. She got the Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty, pretty boys she calls friends. How they dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wine. Haven't had the spirit here since 1969. Still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. They're living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Mirrors on the ceiling. champagne on ice. She said, we're all just prisoners here of our own device. In the master's chambers, they gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. Had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the nightman, we are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like. You can never leave.
Well, Tasha is rocking the 70s tonight for sure. So, Hotel California. Thank you, guys. Now, our next performer, you see him over there. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Please welcome Mike O'Malley.
Hello. This isn't stressful at all. So I'm going to play you two songs, both of them I wrote. The first one is pretty depressing. The second one is way depressing. So get those whiskey shots ready. So quiet, no records, no rings. It's been like this since you left with your things. Said you carried it all through the years. If we were honest, you still might be here. Now I get drunk and I stumble right through. How so quiet, a creak is a boom. It's been like this since you've been gone. I wait for you like the sky waits for dawn. And I'll leave the porch light on in case you ever come home. Please come home. Now your antiques all collect rust. I wake on the floor covered in dust. The way I live now is not with must. I wait for you like the sky waits for dusk. but I'll leave the porch light on in case you ever come home. Please come home. Please come home. Please come home. That was the uppy one. When I met you, I was 6 feet tall, but felt much shorter. You didn't mind at all, you just smiled. So I wrote a simple song, ukulele I adore. She said when I met you, I was in a haze, I felt so blurry. Couldn't talk some days, but then you saved me with that simple song. Ukulele I adore. But if we're too young for the Old West, then why does my soul feel old? If it's too late for us to go home, where do we go to grow old? When I wed you, it was in the spring. I felt so lucky. I had to scream, I felt so happy. I had to say, I'm so glad you're my wife. Right. If we're lucky, I had the ring, I felt so happy. I had to scream, I stood right by you. Every part of me is the ukulele I would be. Oh, 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 oh. When you left me, it was almost dawn. The house was empty. Everything was gone except the spare key and those broken strings to the ukulele you adored. She said when I left you, I took the ring. It was the only thing to remind me of the better things we used to sing on that ukulele on the floor. We're too young for the Old West. We were too young for the Old West. We were too young for the Old West. Now it's too late for go home.
this yours, Micah? Okay. Oh, this is Adrian's boozing. Okay, I'll bring it back to her. Thank you, Micah. Next up, we have the guy who I think knows more songs than I just can't imagine how many songs are in this band's head, and he always performs them very well. Please welcome Doug McWhirter.
Hello, everybody. What kind of oftentimes happens is I show up with maybe a song I intend to play, and then I kind of get here and hear other people play, and it changes what I want to do. So totally switching gears. This tonight, I think I really like this setting to play here. And appreciate the folks that make that possible. But next week we go out to Dornan's, which is awesome too, a little bit louder. So I think I'll play a couple quieter songs, which I like to do, while we have the chance here in this nice venue here. So the theme here tonight is maybe, I didn't plan this, but this first song is about in the morning. And then the second song is about a sleepless night, so kind of related in that way. Sometimes in the morning, catch a falling dream, a disappearing scene. I think about someone I will never see again. Now it's only me again. Whoa, whoa, no, no. Sometimes in the morning, I think I hear a phrase echo through the haze. It's just beyond my vision. It's something that she said one night before we went to bed one night. Sometimes in the morning, I go back to sleep, trying hard to keep all my memories in motion. Wishing she were near, my love, whispering in my ear, my love. Hey, thank you. This song amazes me. It was written by a man named Cliff Eberhard, and I think he wrote it when he was like 16 or 17 years old, which is just incredible. Once you hear this song, you just don't think that a person at that stage in their life has enough life experience to write a song like this. But anyway, here goes. It's called Good Night. Sleepless nights don't bother me at all. If dawn comes, I won't worry. Something deep inside keeps me awake. I wish that you were here, right beside me. And I recall when I was very young, I could not fall asleep. My father sang me songs to make me tired. But memories don't come so easily. So good night, wherever you sleeping. And I hope if you dream of me. Good night, wherever you sleeping. I hope if you dream of me. Now I lie awake, it's no fun. I'm tossing and turning. I'd call you if it weren't so very late. But telephones won't bring you close to me. And I recall the nights we stayed up late, wide awake but still dreaming. There was nothing on this earth that could make me tired. But memories don't come so easily. So good night, wherever you sleeping. I hope if you dream of me. Good night, wherever you sleeping. I hope if you dream of me. And I hope if you dream of me. Thank you all very much. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Doug. Doug is just so good at meshing the guitar and the vocals so nicely. So thanks very much. That was awesome. Yeah, how about that, Nick? Okay, now, I don't know if you would call him, or if he would call himself the proprietor of this place, or I don't exactly know if that's what is what he is, but thank you so much for allowing us to come and use your space, Jesse. Please welcome Jesse Morgan.
Well, that's a long walk. Never prayed for a power outage quite this much before, but anyway, yes, I'm the facilities manager here at Tumbleweed, and it has been an honor and a pleasure to have the Hootenanny with us here at the Pink Garter and to hear all of your voices. The Pink Garter from my childhood and Tumbleweed now, sorry, step back. Oh. Anyway, has always been about community and about the weekend warriors, the people who do this because they love it, not necessarily because of a third house in the Caymans and a private jet. This is a place for you to come and create. And from a personal standpoint, I'm going to pass through a song that after my grandmother passed, I went to a hoot and started a love affair with a gentleman by the name of Guy Clark. I know that this is a favorite at the hoot, so I'll be free to butcher it. But at any rate, thank you. Thank you all for bringing this place life and what its purpose here is. Well, I wish I was in Austin. In a chilly parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas and not caring where you are. But here I sit in Dublin, just rolling cigarettes, holding back and choking back the shakes with every breath. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I've thought. I loved you from the get-go and I'll love you till I die. I loved you on those Spanish steps the day you said goodbye. It's my middle name, and if money were the reason, well, I'd never be the same. I'll stand up and be counted. I'll stand up for the truth. I'll walk away from trouble, but I can't walk away from you. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. No need to forgive me for thinking what I've thought. I loved you from the get-go and I'll love you till I die. I loved you on those Spanish dips the day you said goodbye. I have been to Spain, and I have been too proud to come in out of the rain. Well, I have seen the David, I've seen the Mona Lisa too, and I have heard Doc Waltris play Columbus Stockade Blues. But forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I've thought. I loved you from the get-go and I'll love you till I die. I loved you on those Spanish steps the day you said goodbye. in a chilly parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas and not caring where you are. This one is for my wife. Who knows how long I've loved you? You know I love you still. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. Da 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 da. For if I ever saw you, I didn't catch your name, but it never really mattered. I will always feel this way. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. And when at last I find you, our song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do, they endear you to me. Oh, you know I will. I will. La da 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 da. La da 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 do.
I guess he's a little taller than me. What do you think? Jesse, that was just fantastic. Thank you so much. That was just great. Two great songs, great song choices. Okay, we've got a little band coming up here, it looks like, and led by Nick Styron, who is a very funny man also. He's a member of the Laugh Staff Troupe. If you ever get a chance to see that at the Center for the Arts, you will laugh. And make sure you don't get there late, because if you do, you will be the subject of about half the jokes. Please welcome Nick Styron and company.
Okay, since that last guy got so much sound out of just one guy, we figured we'd try it with like 6 guys and see what happened. So, you're on the other side. Other side.
It's good.
Oh. Okay, Ozzy, you're good. Scott's gonna hide back there. He spent 40 years in the limelight, and that was just a little too much. So come on up, guys.
I hope we hear you guys sing along with this one.
Yeah. When I wake up, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. If I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. When the money comes and follow work, God, you I pass almost every penny on you. When I come home, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. If I grow old, yeah, I know I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the man who grow along with you. Everybody sing along. And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You guys sound great. I'm lonely. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. When I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. When I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Here we go. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Here we go, one more time. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. You guys sounded really good. That's awesome. And we were thinking it's not crowded enough up here. We're going to bring Mark up. He hasn't had enough to do tonight. And we're going to have him join in. You want to step maybe over here?
I'll be the little back.
Okay.
And then I'll step in there when the time comes.
It's a good thing we're dancing on stage, because this is a dancing tune, and there is some open space here if anybody wants to sing along. This is an Alan Jackson song called Mercury Blues, which I hear our bass player's wife hates. So not to call you out, but here you go. We're going to do our best, and she hated it when Alan sang it, so let's see if we can do any better. I had money, tell you what I do. Go downtown, buy a Mercury or two. Crazy about a Mercury. I'm crazy about a Mercury. Gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. And the girl I love stole it from a friend. He got lucky, stole it back again. Sure, he had a Mercury. Oh, she's crazy about a Mercury. Gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. Well, hey now, woman, don't you look fine? Driving around in your Mercury 49. Crazy about a Mercury. I'm crazy about a Mercury. Gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. Hey there, baby, bring it day long. Bought myself a Mercury, a cruising home. Crazy about a Mercury. Oh, she's crazy about a Mercury. Gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. Okay, boys, here we go. If I had money, tell you what I do? Go downtown, buy a Mercury or two. Crazy about a Mercury. I'm crazy about a Mercury. Gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. Yeah, boys. Hey, I'm gonna buy me a Mercury, cruise it up and down the road. Here we go. Hey, I'm gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. Thanks, guys. How great are these guys? Thanks so much for having us tonight.
And that was Nick Starren with a whole band. And indeed, we want to be sure and thank the Pink Garter Theater, the Tumbleweed Productions. Next up, we have somebody that you've seen quite a few times up here already, but she's always been by herself. So this time, she's bringing reinforcement. This is Sally and Jenny.
Where do I go?
Well, you need the mic. You're playing the brakes. Yes, you do. We have a couple of Tim O'Brien and Daryl Scott songs for you tonight. I can't see the words.
I can't see. I need a hat.
All right.
Okay. Not too fast, right?
I wish that I could hold to you when day is done, till my life is through. But all I have to hold on to are these memories and moments. I try so hard to be at peace, to still my mind, catch and release, from walking tall to on my knees. It's these memories and moments. Now back again, back to the top. Pray it will end, but it won't stop. Still waiting there, up around the bend, river flows, never end. The weaver pulls her endless thread. She dreams away
It's these memories and moments. It's these memories and moments. Thank you. Thanks. Jenny's gonna tune down for this next song, so I'm gonna do a little shameless self-promotion. We're gonna be playing at the People's Market on June 17th, not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. So come down and listen to us from 4 to 7. Yeah. Yeah.
Drink slushies.
Yeah.
Boozing.
Boozing, yeah.
Because I won't be.
So this next song was another Daryl Scott and Tim O'Brien song. And you good?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
This one goes out to our Wyoming State Governor. Right. Okay. My daddy came from coal dust. Me, I'm about the same. If you've read King Cole's ledger book, you've seen my family name. Used to take a camp of miners to load that train and gone. But there's 4 in my crew and we do what we do to keep your dirty lights on. Oh, keep your dirty lights on. Oh, keep your dirty lights on. If you got money in your pocket and a switch on the wall, we'll keep your dirty lights on. Well, Daddy worked in darkness, me in broad daylight. I'd blow a whole steam like Daddy never did, using no bells, dynamite. It used to like there's coal in the mountains. We're gonna burn it up till it's gone. Now we can't stop blowing mountaintops. We gotta keep your dirty lights on. Keep your dirty lights on. Oh, keep your dirty lights on. If you got money in your pocket and a switch on the wall, we'll keep your dirty lights on. Every time they have elections, they talk how coal is clean. Well, coal is cheap, but coal's still black. It ain't never turning green. So plug your electric car in, charge it up good and strong. Do your shopping online, we'll get you every time, so we can keep your dirty lights on. Keep your dirty lights on. Oh, keep your dirty lights on. If you got money in your pocket and a switch on the wall, we'll keep your dirty lights on. Keep your dirty lights on. Oh, keep your dirty lights on. If you got money in your pocket and a switch on the wall, we'll keep your dirty lights on. Keep them on. Thank you. Thanks.
And that was the sweet harmonies of Sally and Jenny. Yeah. And a little bit of political in there, too. Folk music tends to do that. Hey, I'm not sure that I know this next person, and that's always kind of a treat because you never know what they're going to bring, and sometimes it's pretty sensational. This is Ray McDaniel.
Woohoo! Gracious. I most often play sitting down, so I'm gonna try to play sitting down. I came out here 19 years ago to be a carpenter and ended up as a pastor. And I've been out here for 14 years doing that. And this is a song about calling and carpenter to pastor. Super nervous. An angel appeared in a holy vision. He stood by my bedside in the shimmering light, called my name and told me my mission. I could not believe I was hearing him right, 'cause he said, "Go, my son, go. Always go to East Asheville Hardware before you go to Lowe's." He said, "Go to East Asheville Hardware before you go to Lowe's. You'll help to keep them open. I'm worried they might close. From the stiff competition, from the national conglomerate with the full-page ad in the color section of the Sunday paper supplement, and stacks of plastic swimming pools, and 7 brands of power tools, and rows of registers, all having nice days. But no, you go," he said to me with light around his face. He said, "You go first to that age-old place, to that old wooden door that you have to close behind you, to the whiteboard wooden floor that's worn down soft, to the real thing and the good advice, quality at a fair price. And know that they know how deep the frost goes here. I'm sure there's stuff you'll have to buy at Penny's, Lowe's, or Sears, but go to East Asheville Hardware. Go to East Asheville Hardware before it disappears." I didn't know we got 2. I'm usually off by 1, but I'm gonna try one more. You can take all the tea in China, put it in a big brown bag for me, sail right round the 7 oceans, drop it smack dab in the middle of the deep blue sea. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. She's an angel of the first degree. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. From the bee, you can't stop us on the road to freedom. You can't keep us 'cause our eyes can see. Men with insight, men of granite, knights in armor bent on chivalry. She's as sweet Tupelo, honey. She's an angel of the first degree. She's as sweet as Tupelo, honey. Just like honey, baby, from the bee.
Yeah, sometimes it's a treasure what you find. And I kind of think that he might still be doing some carpentry work. You see all those bandages? That was Ray McDaniel. Thank you. Next up, we've got that great multitasker. I don't think this guy sleeps. He's done too many sensational things in his life, and he's doing more every day. This is Mark Engel.
Well, every time I pull out my phone, I just see more bad news. That's what my algorithm is tuned into. And then I watch it, and then I get more of it, and then there's always bad news out there. But I wrote a song a while ago, and I was kind of overcome by the bad news, and the chorus is to hold on to the hope. So here's my song. There's a long, dark tunnel in my mind. I don't see any light at the end. There's a hole in my soul where I find no more light, no more love, and no will to pretend. But a new day's gonna come someday soon. We'll be singing this song, just me and you together. A new day's gonna come someday soon. Can't be too long till I'm there with you, whenever it comes. When I picture the future, it's a mess. And I see all the worst in myself. I'm alone, I'm afraid, I'm depressed. I need light, I need love, but I fear that there's none left. But a new day's gonna come someday soon. We'll be singing this song, just me and you together. New day's gonna come someday soon. It can't be too long till I'm there with you, whenever it comes. But all I see is pain. All I feel is fear. I see the worst in everyone around me. But a new day's gonna come. New day's gonna come someday soon. Can't be too long till I'm there with you. A new day's gonna come someday soon. It can't be too long till I'm there with you whenever it comes. Thank you. Will Ben and Clay come up and join me? See if we can remember the words. This is one of my favorite songs. This is Bill Withers' song.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Good song, man.
Do you remember the chorus? Let's see. Yeah, well, you'll get it. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, when something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind, then I look at you, ba-ba-da-da, and the world's alright with me, ba-ba-da-da. Just one look at you, ba-ba-da-da, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day. Seems impossible to face when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, ba-ba-da, and the world's alright with me, ba-ba-da-da. Just one look at you, ba-ba-da, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day. Seems impossible to face
want someone else instead of me. Always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, ba-ba-da-da, and the world's alright with me, ba-ba-da-da. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day.
Thank you.
You just heard three of the best musicians around, no doubt. That was with Mark Engel, and we will hear those other two guys individually coming up a little later. We've got another name that I'm not familiar with, so let's see what we've got. And I'm going to destroy the last name, I'm sorry. Mark Stormsacker? How bad did I do that? Yeah, he's gonna kill me for that, right? So while he's getting ready to come up, yeah, we've got 1,409 Hootenannies. That's a lot of Mondays. We can thank the fellow back there, Bill Briggs, who's keeping track of our numbers. And then thank Adrienne Ward, because she always comes and keeps the sign-ups and gets all that stuff organized. And her husband also has built jhhootenanny.org. It has all the films from all the history of this thing. He consolidated all the films he could find and translated them and put them into a modern format so that we could have them up on the internet. So the Ward family, thank you. Okay, Mark.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Go ahead, try it again.
No, I'm already in trouble.
Strewsucker.
Do it again.
Strewsucker.
Okay.
It makes perfect sense phonetically. If you're a German.
Und what? Thank you.
Okay, just my luck to follow those guys. This is written by a real good friend of mine that I worked in a band with for close to 40 years, named Tony Washburn, born and raised in Wolcott, Vermont, hard on the banks of the Lamoille River. Nighttime fine, you're lonesome. In the shadows, my thoughts turn to you. I keep thinking about love. What were your dreams made of? And I can't blame you if you need someone new. The love we shared wasn't all that you needed. When the day comes, I'm glad that you're free. The nighttime finds me lonesome. Makes me wish that you still needed me. I smiled when you said, don't worry. People change, honey, I'll be alright. But that smile was just a mask. How I wish you would ask me to come back and love you tonight. That love we shared wasn't all that you needed. when the day comes. I'm glad that you're free. Nighttime find me lonesome. It makes me wish that you still needed me. Love we shared wasn't all that you needed. When the day comes, I'm glad that you're free. Nighttime find me lonesome. Makes me wish that you still needed me. Nighttime find me lonesome. Makes me wish that you still needed me. Thank you. I told Bill I'd do a, is he still here? Yeah, there he is. A Carter family tune tonight. And I was going to do this other one, but that would involve me moving the capo, so I'm not going to do that. A lot of bluegrass bands call this the Prisoner's Song, and they play it about 1,700 miles an hour. I learned this version from the Carter family, and I think A.P. Carter stole the song from some poor slob somewhere, and the Stanley Brothers did it like this. I've always loved you, my darling, and you say I've never been true. Well, I'd do anything just to please you, and I'd die any day just for you. Meet me by the moonlight, love, meet me. Meet me by the moonlight alone. I have a sad story to tell you, must be told in the moonlight alone. Well, I have a great ship on the ocean, all mounted with silver and gold. Before my little darling would suffer, that ship would be anchored in soul. Meet me by the moonlight, love, meet me. Meet me by the moonlight alone. I have a sad story to tell you, must be told in the moonlight alone. If I had the wings of an angel, over these prison walls I would fly, and I'd fly to the arms of my darling, and there I'd be willing to die. Meet me by the moonlight, love, meet me, yeah. Meet me by the moonlight alone. I have a sad story to tell you, must be told in the moonlight alone. Must be told in the moonlight alone. Thank you.
That's exactly right. That's the right part. Not a pretty song. With a duet on it.
Thank you, Mark. Did I get it right? I'm sorry about that. It's not written clearly. In any case, hey, we've run a little long, and so our timekeeper tells me that the rest of the 4 groups that come up next only get 1 song. Sorry about that. It's time. Thomas Jolly, I Don't Know You. Come on up. Oh yeah, I do know you. You do a good job.
Thank you. Still relatively new out here. Howdy y'all, my name's Thomas, and I like bluegrass music. I got an old Doc Watson tune for you about a good old horse. Left Tennessee very much alive, and never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on Tennessee stud. Got in some little trouble with Lady's paw. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw, so I sent her a letter from my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on Tennessee stud. Tennessee stud was lonely because the sun and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and the devil was a horse like a Tennessee stud. Drifted on down into no man's land, across that river called the Rio Grande. And I raced my horse with Spaniards full till I had me a skin full of silver and gold. With me and a gambler we couldn't agree, so we got in a fight about Tennessee. Jerked our guns and he fell with a thud, and I rolled away on the Tennessee stud. Tennessee stud was lonely because the sun and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and the devil was a horse like a Tennessee stud. Got just as lonesome as a man can be, dreaming of my girl in Tennessee. And Tennessee stud's green eyes turned blue, cause he was dreaming of a sweetheart too. So we rode right back across Arkansas. I whooped her brother and I whooped her paw. And I saw that girl with the golden hair, and she was riding that Tennessee mare. Tennessee stud was lonely because the sun in his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and the devil was a horse like a Tennessee stud. Stirrup side by side, across the mountains and valleys wide. Came to Big Muddy and before the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee stud. There's a little baby laying on the cabin floor, and a little horse colt playing around the door. Cause I love that girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee stud loves the Tennessee mare. Tennessee stood.
Thank you.
That was Thomas Jolly with Bluegrass. Next up, we have that hot guitar player that was playing with Mark Engel earlier. This is Clay Humphrey. Come on up, Clay. And remember, this thing is broadcast live on the internet. Go to YouTube and search for Jackson Hole Hootenanny. Play.
Thank you, Byron. My dad's in town. And I wasn't gonna let him get away with not singing something with me.
What side do you want to use?
I'll stand there. Okay. We wanted to play this because a couple weeks ago, Bill played a Jerry Jeff Walker song. And I know this is a Jerry Jeff Walker song.
He did it.
Yeah. Last night while I was out riding, the graveyard shift midnight till dawn. The moon was as bright as a reading light for a letter from an old friend back home. And he asked me, why do you ride for your money? And why do you rope for short pay? You ain't a-getting nowhere and you're losing your share. You must have gone crazy out there.
Last night I run on to Jenny. She's married and has a good life. You sure missed the track when you never came back. She's a perfect professional's wife. And she asked me, why do you ride for your money? Why does he rope for short pay? He ain't a-getting nowhere and he's losing his share. He must have gone crazy out there. Oh, but they've never seen those northern lights. They've never seen a hawk on the wing. They've never seen a spring hit the great divide. Never heard old Camp Cookie sing. Well, I read up the last of my letter, and I tore off the stamp for Black Jim. When Billy rode up to relieve me, he just looked at my letter and grinned. And he asked me, why do they ride for their money? And why do they rope for short pay? They ain't a-getting nowhere and they're losing their share. They must have gone crazy out there. Oh, but they've never seen those northern lights. They've never seen a hawk on the wing. Never seen a spring hit the great divide. Never heard old Camp Cookie sing. Yodelay-dee-oh-dee, yodelay-dee, hi-do-dee, yodelay-dee, hey-dee-oh-dee, yodelay-dee. Idle-ay-oh-delody,
Yeah, you just heard two generations of a professional musical family, starting originally with Babe a while back. And they've entertained Jackson all these years. It's been wonderful to have that family here. Clay Humphrey, thank you. Next up, we have Clark and the Nutcrackers. Let's see what they brought us tonight.
held me. Change like the sky, like the leaves, like a butterfly. Dead like a door to a place we've never been before. Would you live forever and never die? While everything around passes. Would you smile forever and never cry? Thank you.
And that was Clark and the Nutcrackers. We are just about out of time, but we are going to hear from the Colorado College. Yeah, where are they? Come on up, wherever you are. Colorado College. Looks like it's an ensemble. In any case, also be sure to sign up for the Hootenanny newsletter to keep track of, where we at, because we do change venues depending on the season. So we will be at Dornan's next week, this coming Monday. And this is the Colorado College. Come on up, please.
Hi, everybody.
I should not be in the middle.
Hello. We are the Colorado College Bluegrass Band, and this song is called I've Waited as Long as I Can. I learned it from Tony Rice, and it has this really fun part in it where there's this pause for this G lick, and that's why we chose it, because it's fun. So I hope you guys like it. Oh, okay. One, two, three. I've waited for you, and I've always been true. But this waiting no longer I can't stand. I've wanted you for mine, but I've wasted my time, and I've waited as long as I can. I'm waiting to hear you say you love me, and long for the day you take my hand. I'll ask again last night for your love so divine, and I've waited as long as I can. Done all I can do, said all I can say, but you made plain that I can't win. Know the pain that I've been through, and I've waited as long as I can. I'm waiting to hear you say you love me, and long for the day you take my hand. I'll ask again last night for your love so divine, and I've waited as long as I can. Now I'll just say goodbye as the tears fall from my eyes, for you have made it plain that I can't wait. No one will ever know the pain that I've been through, and I've waited as long as I can. I'm waiting to hear you say you love me, and long for the day you take my hand. I'll ask again last night for your love so divine, and I waited as long as I can. Oh, I'll ask again last night for your love so divine. I've waited as long as I can.
Thank you.
And now we know who the Colorado College is. It was a great group. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Tumbleweed for having us all these last whole month, I guess. And again, next week we will be at Dornan's for the summer, and then we'll see what we do in the fall. Maybe we'll be back in here. We'd sure like it. Good night.